What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So here we are today, the game's against Linfield, and yeah, we've got quite a few things to go through in this video, surprisingly. So, maybe surprisingly to you anyway, but let's go through them. So we're going to head to the transfers first. And one guy, actually no, I think it's best, or more logical anyway, to actually go to the tactics screen first. So we've got a new tactic that we're going to be fielding today. And you guys have been crying out in previous videos and in the comments that I need to try a new tactic. And I have known for a while that the 4-4-2 has been probably holding us back in Europe. But the thing that prevented me from really wanting to go out there and really wanting to change the tactic is because I knew no matter what tactic I changed to, I was gonna have to invest in the squad or find players to suit the tactic. And that was something that always worried me, because I always thought if I was going to change the tactic, I was always going to drop a striker back and add him to the midfield and change up to a tactic like this, or with 3 centre mids. And to do that, I knew I needed either another quality centre mid in the team, or a quality defensive mid. And what I've gone in, I've gone with this tactic. And what it means is I did need some quality defensive midfielders. I'll run through the tactic in a second, but the first guy we brought in, who's unregistered today, which means you won't see him until maybe next round of the Champions League. But his name is Dodger, maybe Dodger, I don't know, maybe, I think maybe ignore the end, or Dodger, I'm not really too sure. But a 19-year-old defensive midfielder on loan from Genoa, from Italy. And this guy plays a defensive midfield role very well. We're currently fielding with an anchor man, but that is of course going to change. It's a very experimental tactic, and it's something I've only used in a friendly against Hound Dogs, in which we won 9-0. But then again, you know, it's Hound Dogs, it's a friendly. 9-0 doesn't really reflect anything. So I'm not really, it's like I said, it's completely untested. No competitive match ever has been played with this tactic. So yeah, we brought this guy in. He's going to be playing our defensive mid. That is, if no one else is signed. We are currently looking to sign a permanent right midfielder. We've also looking at and currently got a bid on the table and a contract already gone through for a left midfielder. We just need to hope that he actually comes to us and not anyone else. Same with the defensive midfielder. We need to hope he chooses us instead of the other teams that are interested in him. But yeah, this tactic, I think it's a tactic that could work. You know, I'm very optimistic about the tactic. I think, you know, if it performs well, it can work. It's got a mixture of a few other saves that I've done sort of in it. You know, some other saves where I found success. It's got a few of the tactics sort of hinted in it, in this thing. So, yeah, let's sort of, let's go through what the tactic is. So, it's of course, it's a 4-3-3 variation. It's got a goalkeeper, which is goalkeeper defend role. It's pretty bog standard role. I'm actually going to go on to it. Yeah, we'll stay on this screen, actually. Next, we move on to the defence, and it's got 2 centre-back defends, which, again, is pretty bog standard. Nothing too complicated or too fancy in the defence. You know, no sweeper, no ball-playing defender. It's just a bog standard team for us. Wait, I need to change something quickly. There we go. In the fullback roles, we've got fullbacks attack. Now, yeah, I really want my fullbacks to push forward in this tactic. I really want them to be a vital part of the attacking team. We're on control mentality, and I do want my fullbacks to be a part of the attacking play. When we attack, I want us to attack in numbers and be quite menacing. I want us to also use the width of the play, of our game, I should say. I want my fullbacks to add to the width, and when we attack, you know, we really attack. So, if the team we're coming up against play wingers that don't drop back, then the team's defense is going to be overexposed due to, left exposed, I should say, because our fullbacks and our wingers are going to be attacking down the wing. Our midfield, we've got or defensive midfield anyway, we're going to be playing with an anchor man or a ball-winning defender, sorry, I'm not too sure, one of the two. As you see, I just changed it then, I'm not too sure, like I say, it's untested and I've not really confirmed anything yet, you know, everything is still, has the ability to change. But I've gone with an anchorman defender or a more defending-minded defensive mid. And the reason for that is because with the fullbacks pushing forward, we will need cover in the defence. So I'm hoping the anchorman can provide that. You know, if we're caught on the break, the centre-backs can hopefully go out and cover with the anchorman or the defensive midfielder or whatever. You know, it could even be a halfback in the future, with him coming back to help cover the defender going out to, you know, cover the fullback. I said cover way too much there. I hope it made sense. Basically, the fullbacks are going to push forward. The defender, say if they're attacking down this side of the other team, he'll go out to cover, and then Mubaraku or whoever may be in there in the future will hopefully go back into his role and cover for him there. So allowing sort of a free in defence when defending. In the centre midfield, we've got Merola with a deep line playmaker defend. Now, again, he's in a more defensive role for the reason that, again, when we don't have the ball, hopefully he'll help drop back as well and help defend. And even if, say, we're caught on a counter or the team we're dispossessed, he won't be venturing that far forward to the point where, we're overexposed or we're left exposed in the defence. Hopefully, he can be far enough back in the team where if we are dispossessed when pushing forward, he can sort of be here, ready to sort of encounter the players and, again, help cover the defence. Elsewhere, Sidibe's advanced playmaker attack, again, something he's done regularly for us. He's just been told to really push forward. If we go on to players now, actually, you'll see that sort of the roles what are being told. He's been told to really just get forward as much as he wants, to roam from the position as well. Basically what I want him to do is be the creative guy in the team, be the playmaker. That's exactly it. He's got to sort of be the guy that orchestrates the play when we go forward. He's the one threading the balls through, creating the opportunities for the wingers to maybe then whip the ball in, or the striker to even have a shot. Wingers, we've got two wingers on the wing. Their roles are wingers attack. They've been told to roam from position again. So with the fullbacks bombing forwards, we can allow our wingers to sort of move around, try and find space, because the fullbacks are going to be out on the wing anyway. They're going to be the guys pushing forward. They're going to be the guys basically right out wide, offering the width to the player, making the defenders or the fullbacks of the other team have to make the choice. Do we want to track the winger? Do we want to track the fullback? So basically, I'm saying, I want them to sort of move around. I wouldn't be upset if I found my right attacking mid sort of up here, alongside the striker or a little bit back, basically not out on the wing, because, he's trying to find space. He's trying to allow space in the play, and then the fullback can push forward and take his position. And up front by himself, it's the same for the other winger as well. And up front by himself, we've got currently Sinogo playing complete forward. Not really sure what role to play him up front by himself, so we went with complete forward. But again, that's something that could easily change in the future. But yeah, a few other player instructions we're going to focus on. The fullbacks have been told to do quite a few things. Run wide with the ball, close down wider, cross from deep. When they get the ball here, we want them to whip it in if they can. Close down less, dribble less. We don't really want them dribbling with the ball. We sort of want them to be playing the ball as soon as they get it. Running maybe a little bit, but then really just playing it on and then venturing as far forward as they can. And they've been told to shoot less. I don't really want my fullback shooting, but I want them crossing. So, that's good. And yeah, there are no other real roles that have been told instructions. So let's go on to the actual thing itself up here with team instructions and stuff. Mentality, it's control of fluid team shape, because really we want people to be involved in the transaction play, in the attacking phases and all of that. We don't really want phases. We just want a team that flows nicely and, all together. So we want the fullbacks to be involved in attacking and defending. We want the midfielders to be involved in both the transitional period and also the attacking and the defending if possible. Team instruction wise, we've gone with retain possession and shorter passing. Again, play it off the defense, which we do have on the other formation. We're going to look for the overlaps. So that's something I've been told, I've told the team to do. So I really do want my fullbacks involved in the attacking play. We're going to play wider. So again, we're going to try and add width to the play. We really do want to spread the other team out, spread our team out so the other team basically, again, have to spread their defence, and then that way more gaps should hopefully be found for the oncoming midfielders or the even striker. We've been told to push higher up, and we're going to play offside trap. So I know counter-attack will be a thing that will happen on this tactic, and probably might happen quite a bit. If that does happen, obviously I'll change the tactic and try and adapt it. But I'm going to be pushing higher and using using offside trap to hopefully counteract that. We have been told to get stuck in and close down more as well. And we've got a higher tempo. I normally play with lower tempo, but we're going to try higher tempo out on this tactic just to see how it does and see what happens. Again, that can change obviously to a lower tempo, but I do want to add some urgency to the play, which is why I've gone with a more higher tempo. So that's the tactic we're going to be playing today against Linfield. We're testing it out. I think we should beat Linfield, so I think we're not really going to get an easier time to sort of test it out against a relatively tough team. If we use it in the league, obviously we're going to win with this tactic. We could use any tactic in the league and probably win. But the only time we're going to be able to test it without completely getting demolished, or, if it doesn't work, is probably against Linfield. So let me just sort out the bench. Jesse Clark can come back onto the bench. He can be our substitute 3. Elsewhere, Amari is currently our backup defensive mid, so he keeps his place on the bench. We're going to add Dan Evans. We're also going to put on Miro Giselle, and we're also going to put on Silvio. So, team is already there. You can see it. I pretty much run through it anyway. Bart Moens, when he comes back, I don't really know where he's going to go. He'll just sort of act as backup centre mid, I think. There's always the option we could still go with a 3 across the middle and put Bart Moens in the team, but for now we're going to go with this. And yeah, let's go. New tactic. sort of a new chapter really for the team as well. 4-4-2 has been used since I've joined here, which has been about 15 years now. So, hopefully it'll show that we're adapting. And yeah, I've picked a different style I feel gives us the best chance of winning. So they've gone out there with the same formation actually Hound Dogs used against me previously. And I absolutely demolished Hound Dogs. So fingers crossed right now that we can get the result we want. And I'm going to say I expect a win from this match, which I do. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. So yeah, I've got a lot of things up. I really do want to monitor the tactic and try and see, if we're getting enough passes and stuff. Oh my God, Sidibe's injured already. Thanks a lot, Linfield. Dan Evans is going to come on and take his place as the advanced player maker. Obviously not as good as Sidibe, but let's hope he can do enough. So yeah, I really do want to monitor this tactic for the first few things. So that's why I've got all these stats up. As we get the goal pretty much straight away, or 30 minutes in anyway. First highlight of the game for us, and Francois Bakayoko with a goal at the far post. Muster with a good delivery in. Good at the near post. Meti, I believe, headed that on. Bakayoko's really good save from the keeper to save Bakayoko's first shot. I was going to say poor header, but it wasn't really. It was just a good save. But he gets a chance to convert his rebound. So, well done. 1-0, and we're all over Linfield right now. They're yet to have a chance at our goal. And it's looking good, 82% pass completion. I don't really know what's considered really good for pass completion. I don't really monitor these stats normally, but I just want to sort of see what's going on. I want to see more about the team. I want to see if we are completing enough of our passes. As, see, poor cross there, really. That our cross completion is only 28%. That's not acceptable. As actually, Linfield create a counter-attack here, and it's Cox with a really good save. Well done from Coxie to keep that one out. And there's the counter-attack, as I mentioned. Almost catching us out. Cox with another good save from that header. Didn't have much power on it, but it could have easily been caught out by the height of it. Anyway, yet again on that left-hand side, Dan Evans back to Muster. Muster's been sort of enclosed in, but somehow gets out of it. And yet again, Muster out on the left-hand side, whipping this one in. And oh my God, Sonogo is somehow kept out by another pretty good save, from Breen in goal for Linfield. Doing really well to keep us out. Again, keeping up our really good high pass completion right now. Cross is not particularly great, our cross completion. And Damyanov is currently with a knock. So, 1-0, not great. We could obviously be doing better right now, but yeah, I'm not too upset about that. I just want to get rid of that quickly. And I'll just make this maybe a little bit smaller like that. Actually, I can't see the percentage, which is a little bit annoying for pass completion, which is why it was so big in the first place. There we go. Alright, so throw into Linfield. 77 minutes into the game. Time has actually flown by. I should probably think about making some subs. We'll take Meti off and we'll bring on Roma Perez. And we will actually take off... we'll take off Sonogo, bring on Giselle, and actually play him as an advanced forward. But yeah, time's flown by here and nothing's really happened in this second half. First highlight, and hopefully it'll be a chance for us. We've kept up a relatively high pass completion. It's gone down to 79% with that long ball forward. But let's see what we can do. Dan Evans to Damyanov. To Sonogo has been brought down and we're going to get ourselves a penalty. So 2 set pieces could be about to decide the game. Sidibe normally takes these. It's actually Marolo who's stepped up now to take this penalty. So a bit of pressure on the young lad. Let's hope he can convert it. It'll be our third click opportunity of the game. And it'll be hopefully our second goal. As the game wants to take an age currently. Just getting this done. And there we go. Back of the net. Daniel Morella making it 2-0. And putting us in a very good position hopefully going into the second leg. There's still enough time left for either team to get a goal. But if we're good enough defensively, we should be keeping a clean sheet here. Musta with another corner. This time not as good as the one that created the goal. Dos Santos plays it back to Muster actually, who plays it to Perez, and somehow it is kept out yet again. Bryn with some very good saves. Probably some bad shooting going on in that attempt there in particular, but still their keeper has done really well today, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had a good rating, because despite conceding 2 goals, they've been 2 very fortunate goals from us. A penalty and a rebound. So there we go. First game under the new tactic. We won 2-0. Sonogo had a bit of a poor match out there, but... hopefully that's just him having a bad game. It's his first start back since returning from injury, of course. But yeah, it's encouraging from the tactic so far. Definitely, high pass completion and all that. Something I noticed with the tactic in that first game in particular was that defensively our pass completion wasn't very good. So I'm going to have to look to try and see what I can do to change that. Sidibe is out for a long time. What has he done? He damaged his knee cartilage. Wow. Out for 5 weeks, but to me it doesn't matter how long he's out for right now. It's more about the injury is quite a damaging one. That can affect a player's stats, so that's not good. Damyamov as well is out injured, which means, wow, we're going to have to make a few changes going into the next match. But hopefully we can still field a strong enough team. So I'll get me guys back in a second for the second leg. Alright guys, so we're back. Capacity Stadium here at Windsor Park in Belfast. A little bit to note about the previous game that we played against Linfield. It was actually our highest ever gate receipt. I can't actually, what was the total? I can't quite remember it. Let's have a look. I should have remembered it beforehand and just told you it. But landmarks, no, not landmarks, that is dumb. Record, attendance, highest gate receipt, £249,000, which is more money than we picked up for the Arsenal Group B game last year, where 10,000 people turned up to that match. Just crazy. Anyway, that was a lot of money, though, to pick up just for playing Linfield, which aren't exactly a massive team. But yeah, we've got some more transfer news to go through in this one, so let's go through it. So, Hugo Bonnet was signed, 22-year-old, from PSG for £1.3 million, all up front. I'm really happy with that transfer fee. I think that's a great bit of transfer, a great transfer fee to pick up a player at this quality. On a lot a week, but that's because where he's really come from, and he was on more than that a week at PSG, so I can understand why he'd want that much. But yeah, I think this is a guy that we could definitely use. Obviously, he's got a bit of potential. He's still got a few years left of development, so when he's registered, he will be coming in and probably starting ahead of Damyanov, just because he's a permanent player, and I'd rather develop a permanent player than a loanee. And also as well, we signed a defence midfielder, Jakub Vanucci, 19 years of age. Not as good as our other defensive mid we've signed on loan, but hopefully we can again develop him. He probably won't start in the Champions League. This guy will probably feature in the league games, but he can. He's got good defensive stats. As you can see by this circle, he's got the stats you kind of need already. Just a little bit of development here and there, and he'll have the stats he needs to play anchorman. He may not be good with the ball at his feet in the future, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need great dribbling. He doesn't mean great finishing. He just needs to tackle, get the ball, turn, and pass it. As simple as. And physically, he's great. Determination, positioning, work rate, are good. So, yeah, hopefully he can develop. Like I say, he'll feature in the league and stuff. So he'll feature in enough matches. But yeah, those are transfers we've brought in so far. Let's talk about the team. So, of course, with Sidibe injured and also Damyamov currently not really fit enough to start, I'm not really going to risk him either. We're going to go out there today with Vasconcelos playing in the advanced player maker role and Lopez out on the wing. So, yeah, let's see how this can do, Let's see what can happen. So, yeah, I'm still confident. I'm still relatively happy with the tactic. One thing I did change is I added on the specific roles to both centre-backs that they need to pass it shorter. I really want to get the pass completion in our defence up because, playing big balls forward can cost us in games. And I don't really need that. I don't need the ball being played really far forward and then it coming straight back towards us. But then again, there is, of course, that counter-argument that play a ball around in your defence. You can get dispossessed, you can have a poor pass here or there, and then you've got no ground to recover, because it's already in your own half. You're not going to have enough time to get back and defend for it. At least if you punt the ball forward, you can reshape a little bit and then face the oncoming attack. But I'm someone that would rather see the ball pass that defence than it completely hump forward and, have it come straight back towards us. There you go, first shot already in the first few seconds. At least that's nice. Let's see what this tactic does away from home. Because, of course, it's important that away from home it does do well. Linfield currently playing a little bit better than us, and you could argue deserve at least a chance. But we're going to get the ball back. Mubaraku with a good tackle in his defensive midfield role. Vasconcelos playing it forward to Lopez, who, as you can see, trying to find space, has actually come a little bit closer into the centre. And in fact, Sonogo with a thunderbolt of a shot. Too powerful for Connor. I don't know why they've got a different goalkeeper in goal, but Connor in goal, and maybe the other guy got injured. Couldn't keep it out. Morala to Dos Santos, who again, is just a little bit further in, and then the fullback has so much space out on the wing because the winger is pushed a little bit further in. And either way, Sonogo with a good goal. I didn't really focus on the goal there. I was more worried about how the tactic was working. As I say that, Linfield get themselves a goal from a set piece. Simon Doran with it, 27 minutes in. And it's so simple. Why is there so much space here? Why is the man marking him? Who was marking him? Meti. Why is Meti just let him wander? That was poor. That was poor marking from the corner there, from the free kick there. Pass completion isn't particularly great in this match so far. 76, it was lower than it was in the last match. But defensively wise, we're doing a little bit better keeping the ball. Here's Sanogo playing the ball to Lopez, and has that not found the back of the net? Needed to lift it off the ground a little bit. Needed maybe a little bit more power behind it. As Marcos Lopez is now going to have to go off injured, which means Damyanov will be playing in this match. No, not Giselle. I wouldn't mind pushing Giselle out there, but we're going to put Damyanov out there. And yeah, come on team, let's keep this up. All right, cleared away, and this should be Damyanov running through. Come on, 2-on-1. Your pace, look at the pace. Oh my God, so unlucky there. But the pace was just beautiful thing to see. Muster. Mati, unlucky. I mean, it was off target anyway. Corner helped us get a corner from it. Muster yet again, finding Mati yet again, but he's going to play it out wide back to Muster for another good delivery. And wow, Mati and Bakayoko link up yet again from a set piece, just like in the first game. And we find the back of the net. 2-1, getting ourselves back ahead on the game. And 4-1 in the tie. And there we go, 2-1. I'm just going to calmly say, you know, I'm pleased. I'm happy. Keep it up. That's what we need. Just need maybe a little bit more clinical going forward. Still, our cross completion isn't very good, 25%. But again, I don't really monitor these stats too much. I'm not sure what would be considered good. This is sort of the first time I've really focused on these stats. But Muster, whipping it in and finding Dos Santos. Corner with some poor positioning goal. Obviously helped Pablo Dos Santos get his goal, which I think was robbed of him earlier, wasn't it? He was robbed of a goal in the previous round. But Muster yet again involved in the play. Brilliant crossing from him. And Dos Santos, good header. Like I say, obviously the keeper could have done a lot better there, but we're not going to argue with that. 3-1 on the day, and let's start thinking about resting a few people. So, Mubaraku's not done very well. What we're going to do is we're going to actually bring on Amari, and I think we'll just make that one sub. We'll leave any other sub just in case there's an injury or any other thing that could occur. You know, you never know. And Ahmad around that right-hand side. Back to Amari. Marola trying to find Ahmad around the wing. He does. Whipping this one in. And Sanogo with a beautiful header. And yet again, another fullback whipping in a nice cross. And Sanogo gets on the end of it with a lovely header. And a really decent run from Sanogo as well in the box. But the header was just exquisite. 4-1 on the day, 6-1 on aggregate. They're going to get another one back. Dallas with the goal for them. Another set piece from us, which is conceded for us, I should say, which is a shame. Yet again, it's just the marker not following his man. Muster this time. Oh, I've clicked on Vasconcelos. The Muster this time not tracking the run, and ended up conceding from it. But there you go. I'm happy with how the tactics work so far in these two games. You know, we're pass completion's up in the defence, which is nice. Pass completion overall is still at 80%, which is good. You know, we're hitting most of our passes. And hopefully, you know, if we'd have had our, you know, we've got some new signings to come in still. We've got Sidibe to return from injury. This tactic could have some good potential behind it, maybe. As Doran turns his man, and actually, we could be about to concede our third. It's Cox with a good save, and that was just poor defending there. You know, the striker just ran rings around our defenders. But come on, let's see this game out. There you go, we do. All right, 6-2 on aggregate, 4-2 on the day. Good win, lads. Well done. And we get ourselves through to the Champions League playoffs and secure ourselves group stage football no matter what this season. Yet again. So, under 21 squad announced. Still no Gibraltar national team manager. If we go overview, as you can see, there's still yet to get a manager. I don't know what. I know someone suggested maybe I go on holiday for a day, but yeah. Wow, great fall for Faith. Oh, he had a lengthy injury, 3 months out. Of course, yeah, he was injured, and this is only his second game returning, and he actually scored a goal. So nice to see him return, you know, obviously, and get a goal, which is always nice. But yeah, we're going to continue forward to that Friday. Going to see a lot of scout reports fly through your screens here. Oh, who are you? Not bad. I'm scouting some goalkeepers, a lot of goalkeepers, just to see if I can find one with potential. So maybe replace Cox, and then I can bring him in. Maybe get Cox to tutor him for a year, and then, you know, get Cox out of the team, put him in for next season. You never know. Still about 2 weeks or so left in this transfer window for me, so, you know, there's still enough time to go out there and sign a player, definitely. Yeah, Damien Daly, you can go out to St. Joseph's, and Parody, you can go out to on loan as well. Who are you? Johnny Parody. Don't recognise the name. He actually played College Europa last year. I didn't even know. I don't remember. Only good youth players I kind of remember the names of. If I don't remember their names, it sort of says you'll never ever feature for me ever. Because even those that just feature on the bench during the league games, I still at least recognise their names when they come up on my screen. So yeah, we've got Bocas Juniors, which is a testimonial coming up on the Sunday. I don't mind playing testimonials. I think it's probably rude to reject it. I don't know why, I just do. So I always accept testimonials when they come up. If they have to be rearranged, of course, I can't do anything about that. Yep, Mark McKevy, whatever your name is, you can go. Never seen this guy's name before, so it sort of says something about his quality. I think he's new, though. I think he's just joined this year, didn't he? Or last season? No, he was at Leo FC. I just don't recognise his name. And, wait, John Brown. No. John Brown is the young centre mid from Ireland. I actually sent him back to Ireland to play some football. He's been playing for Shamrock Rovers and been tearing up that division. But I'm going to call him back because I think he could be used in the league and in the Champions League this year as well. I think he could feature. Has he played in Europe? He should have played in Europe with Shamrock. He did. He could be actually playing in. He could have played in the playoffs with Shamrock Rovers. In fact, did he? Let's have a little look. I think I can see his form, can't I? With Shamrock. Yeah, I can. Yeah, he's actually played in the Champions League. Look at that. He played for Red Bull Salzburg and he played against Sheriff and stuff. He scored 2 goals against Shelbourne. So he's been playing really well for them. But yeah, I think it's time we call him back and it's time we get him playing for us again. He's had a good 6 months there at Shamrock. Maybe we could even get Shamrock. It'd be nice to get them. So Shakhtar will play Shamrock Rovers. We're not going to get them. Tel Aviv, I'd like Tel Aviv. I don't really mind any of them. I'd play any of them. And we are going to be getting Bati from Belarus. How many times have we played them now? Past meetings. It's going to take a while for some reason to load. Oh, we've never played Bati. I thought we played Bati before. I don't know. Maybe I've just said their name so many times because we could have potentially played against them. So yeah, playing the unknown. Playing a team we've never played before. We're not returning to Belarus. We're returning to Belarus. Yeah, we are. Played Albania earlier, not Belarus. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway, going to Belarus. Quite a trip for the fans, but yeah, hopefully we can be going through. I mean, I don't see why they should possess much threat. It'll be, again, another challenge for our new tactic to come up against a team of this quality. I think that's a little bit of a step up to Linfield, no offence, but I think Bati should be a little bit better than them. But yeah, either way, until next time, guys, peace out.